Live from News Channel 8, this is Toyota Sports Talk.
You know, so I'm all about DC Sports, and it's a good time for DC Sports. Redskins winning, Capitals, I think they winning, Nationals is winning, so, you know, we're going the Young's going to be a champ, so I'm here for the ride, and I hope everybody else is.
That is Washington's own Wale, a huge rap star, at a news conference this afternoon. A news conference not about music, but about another up-and-coming superstar, this of the sports variety. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. What a time it is to be a Washington area sports fan, especially when it comes to the young superstars who now call Washington home. I'm talking about, of course, Bryce Harper, the phenom of phenoms. He's now 20 years old. We've got RG3, just turned 23. John Wall, it seems like he should be older than 22 now, but when you leave after 1 year of college, you're 22 at this point in your career. Steven Strasburg feels like he's about 35. He's just 24 years of age. Here's the guy I want you to add to that list. If you have not heard of him, remember this name. Dusty Hernandez Harrison, 18 years old. I got to meet him about a year ago, he and his dad. I went out to watch him train the gym right there near Rosecroft Raceway. Dusty turned pro less than 2 years ago. He is now 14-0 with 8 knockouts. His dad, Buddy, is his trainer and manager. This afternoon, Dusty was the main event at a press conference in Washington. He announced the date of his next fight. That'll be on national television. Wale was there, lots of fanfare. Dusty Hernandez Harrison, his career took a big step forward today. I am thrilled to be joined by Dusty and his dad, Buddy, tonight on set. Hey, man, how are you?
Good to be back.
A big day today.
Yes, real
Thanks
good.
for coming. Thank you, Buddy. Feels like you guys were just here. I think it was a year ago. I didn't know he was going to be like a rock star this fast. You're going to remember me when he's champion of the world?
Well, I was going to come on the show.
Tell me about today. This was a big step.
Yeah, it was
you
great.
sort of caught fire, and folks have noticed, and now you have people that sort of want to help represent you and sort of sell you to the next level. What was today like for you?
Oh, I had no idea it was going to be that big. I knew I was coming there to announce my next fight and just talk about it, but it was great. Wale was there, a lot of media was there. It was really good.
When is your next fight?
May 18th at the University of District of Columbia.
And that spot, because, do I have this right, you are enrolling or have enrolled at UDC?
Summer semester, I'll be taking classes there. So.
Buddy,
Yeah.
you know about this fellow as a boxer. We will talk about that. But he's going to be taking classes. He wants to keep going to school. What is that? How proud are you of that?
Well, he fits it all in, and he does it. Takes the classes to make room for the boxing. So he's got a heavy load on him, and but he handles it. He goes to school, he comes home, he goes to the gym, and he's doing just fine.
How'd you get into boxing?
I've been training since as soon as I could walk. I was throwing punches, and just became part of my life, and it still is.
Buddy, did you, I know you thought, we spoke a year ago, and you thought he was really good, and could be really good really quickly. He's 14-0 with 8 knockouts. Did you know he'd be this good this soon?
Well, no, and still, you know, it's 18. We still have to be careful and see what happens. You know, it's 18, he's still growing. 22, 23, the maturity train starts getting a little bit better, and we'll know more. But right now, he's batting 100, so he's doing really good. You know?
What was today like for you as a dad and a manager and a trainer?
Actually, the same. It was probably. It was big. It was a big press conference. It's the first time that we've been, where he has been the center of attention at the press conference. It was all about him. It was, met a lot of people. It was pretty powerful to see that many people behind him.
Is it surprising as a dad when sports, big-time sports, as we all know, is big-time business as well? You get into boxing because you want to be a boxer. And then when you do well enough, for long enough, folks realize, people realize, agents realize, the business part of this. Is that sort of a daunting task? I imagine you'd love to be in that gym every day, working on his skills, but now a whole other level, I think, has been uncovered.
Well, for the first time now, and before, when someone wanted an interview or a radio talk show or TV or whatsoever, now we jump at it. Now I have to say, man, I'm sorry, he has to be in the gym. So you could see it getting a little bit in the way, but the gym will come first.
But did you tell me you just fought over the weekend?
Yes, I fought Friday on the 12th at Dover Downs Casino in Delaware.
You don't look like you fought Friday.
I did have
How's the other guy
a little
look?
mark.
How's the other guy look?
Not as good as me.
What was it? Did you knock him out?
No, I won the decision 6th round. He was tough. He was.
Do I have this right? You've been knocked down once in your career?
Yes.
What? And that was before you were here last.
Well, he got up and won. So.
He got up and won.
He got up and won. Yeah.
I'll never know this. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. When you got knocked down, what does that feel like? Not just physically, but sort of mentally, like, uh-oh. It happened.
It's a little surreal. You kind of know, like, because especially for the first time, it never happened to me before at all. I'm like, this really just happened. And all I wanted to do was get up and win the rest of the fight, you know. So it was a good learning experience.
When we spoke before, buddy, you talked about sort of the power of sport, and in this case, boxing. And he stays busy in the gym instead of what folks his age could be doing out on the streets. Talk about boxing and sort of the power of his craft and how that is helping keep him on the straight and narrow, which he may have been on anyway, but you never, ever know.
Well, he stays in the gym, and a lot of people say, like in the way you're saying it, like, you know, this kid's putting all his time in the gym. Is he missing out on something? A lot of people say he misses out. He don't miss out on nothing. We fought in Vegas. We fought in Puerto Rico. We travel. We go everywhere. I think he did miss out. He gained by doing it. So he meets more people. He kept in touch with all the people over the years. So it really was a gift. I mean, it was a plus to be in the gym.
With success and with people telling you how good you are, how quickly you're good, can come sort of a big head. What keeps you humble as you sort of your star brightens?
I think it's just the way I am. I've never been the type to brag, you know, boast or get big-headed at all. So just the way my parents raised me, they did a good job.
He's very humble. I mean, very humble. I mean, it's him who gets us all together in the dressing room and leads prayer and says it all. And they never once heard him say, I'm going to do this, do that, you know.
Buddy, if this was not your son and you were managing and training an up-and-coming big-time fight star, that would be a wonderful thing. He's your son. What does that add to all this?
The outside of boxing, you know, not only do I want him to succeed in boxing, but I want him to go to school. I want him to have a backup. I mean, you never know what may happen, you know. He loves basketball. He can get hurt playing basketball at any time. There, you're done, you know. So it's outside of boxing what that I want him to grow in, you know.
Do you guys, I imagine, like any father or son, whether you're boxing sort of colleagues or not, get mad at each other?
Sure. I want him to get up at 5 in the morning and run. He wants to get up at 3 and run.
Really?
3 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So, you know.
That's my boy.
But he gets it done. It might make it a little hard on himself. Sometimes he'll do it all in one setting. He'll come to the gym, he'll run, he'll spar, he'll work out, and he'll do it all, which he's stuck there now for 3 or 4 hours. But, hey, you know, it gets done, and it's been working so far.
I think it would be easy to say, you know what, my goal is going to be champion of the world. Mm-hmm. Is that the goal for both of you, and is that something you sort of, is that too far away perhaps? I don't mean realistically, I mean maybe time-wise. Are you worried about tomorrow, or are you sort of driven by what might be 18 months away, or a year away, or 3 years away?
Well, I know that to get to that point, that a few years away, I know it starts with the battles of today and tomorrow. So I know it takes these baby steps to get there. So it's a little bit of both.
What? How have you seen him improve in the last year?
Well, let me ask you about that too.
Yeah?
If he's going to deny this and say I'm not, if he never boxed again, ever, and he turned out to be a good young man, and he went to college, and he lived a decent life, then truthfully, I'm happy as can be.
Maybe a champion.
He's already, you know, I tell you, that the boxing doesn't mean to me as what it did 10 years ago. I'm 53 years old. I think of things a little bit different. I just want to grow up and be a decent person, and I would be happy.
Good for you guys.
He'd be going crazy.
I wouldn't.
Tell me the date of the fight again.
May 18th. It's on a Saturday.
And Wale, who I got to know very briefly out of Redskins Park, because he's a big Redskins and RG3 fan. How did you and Wale end up being buddies?
I guess a few months ago, he took me to one of his rehearsals for the concert. Then I went to the concert with him. took me on stage and everything, and since then we've been in contact. So.
And now I know all about rapping.
You're not going to rap for
No.
us,
But
not
I
on this show.
met Wale. He's got a good friend Light Show, a good friend Shad Glizzy. So I meet them all now, and they're great guys. And, I didn't know about that until he started schooling me about it.
Cool. Buddy and Dusty, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all the success. You're a champion for this man already. If you never box again, I think there's a message there. That's a wonderful thing. I wish you the best. We'll see.